takes to be a champion of self-reliance. When they get knocked down, they always get back. And my confidence came from preparation. You know, you guys know me from boxing, you guys know me from Dancing with the Stars, which I still should have won.
What's the importance of viewers going out and doing something in 28 days to change their lives?
28 days. You can invest that in yourself, can't you? I think that it's very important for us always to center ourselves and stop and you know, set a goal and then reach it.
And that's what I want to talk to you all today about, is about being a champion in life. Now, courage, confidence, and hard work are required to be successful. I think that's something that we all hear all the time, but I think sometimes when the going gets rough, we tend to forget that. And no one ever said it was going to be easy. So it's like you have to stay on it. And for me, I call it the 3 Ps. It's passion, a plan, and practice. You have to be willing to work harder and smarter than everybody else. You guys agree with me on that one? Okay, because anything that you've been able to get done is because you put in the hard work. It doesn't just fall into your lap, right? But I want to point out here that the difference between a champion and someone who's not a champion is that when they face adversity or when they get knocked down, they always get back up. Now, from a very young age, I had this toughness about myself that I wanted to grow up. I wanted to move out of the house. You know, I don't know where that came from, but I just didn't want anyone to be taking care of me. So when I was 19, I saw my first women's boxing match. That was the first time I saw women's boxing. And as soon as I saw it, I immediately wanted to do it. I couldn't believe I didn't know about it. It wasn't even a thought to me because I hadn't seen it before. My dad fought. A lot of people assume I was like, ooh, I want to grow up and be like my daddy. It didn't happen that way. So when I saw women's boxing, I was like, how come nobody told me about this? Because I had always been a fighter. You know what I mean? I was like, I can fight professionally? I won't get in trouble? I'm going to get paid? Wait, what? So I was like, how did I not know about this? It was crazy. I don't know why I was so excited, because I was not an athlete. I did not play sports. I wasn't in shape. You know what? And at that moment, the seed was planted. And all I thought about was boxing. I knew that I would have the desire and the confidence, but I didn't know really what all it would take. Because boxing is very mental, and it takes so much discipline. It takes so much. And I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be undefeated, I wanted to be the best, and I wanted to be a world champion. I didn't want to just to box. So at age 20, I had my pro debut. That was in '99, and my father was there, and I knocked out my opponent in the first round. I wasn't expecting that, but that's how it happened. You don't know what to expect. I mean, you know, until you get in there, it's like it's over. It's like, wait, what happened? So I want us all to just think a moment about the notion that the greater our self-fulfillment, the greater the success in everything that we do. When you're personally fulfilled, money will come. When you're personally fulfilled, you have better relationships. When you're personally fulfilled, everything just works out. Because when you're not happy, nothing seems to go your way, right?
But just loving yourself, loving people, you know, and then that really inspires you to want to make a difference, to want to be positive, you know, whether it's to uplift your friends or your family members or your children, and you have that sense of importance, you know, and feeling important as an individual enough, being important enough to yourself that you feel like you can make a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's where it all starts. And then when we're happy within ourselves, then we can be open to the other opportunities and see the limitless possibilities around us. But if you're upset and you're mad and you feel like somebody owes you something and you're hating, you're trying to stay up with the Joneses, then you're not going to be able to do any of that.
I don't think anyone should feel down on themselves if there's areas in which they need to strengthen, because we all have them, no matter what point you are in your life. So for example, as an athlete, I work on developing my skills, getting faster, getting stronger, and those are the same things that I work on in the rest of my life. And if I can't do something, then I go learn how to do it. It's pretty simple. And I don't let my fear of not being good enough or exposing my weakness be something that's negative. And that's something I had to work on. You know, because I get very frustrated when I can't do something. That's just how I am. But I have to always constantly remind myself that this is an opportunity to grow and be better today than I was yesterday. Because that's really what life is all about. So everything in life revolves around 2 things. And this I truly believe. And that's to choose to do something or to choose not to do something. And it never matters how painful or how difficult or how daunting it is. All that matters is how badly we want it. Even in walking away, I've made a choice. Every great leader, every great innovator, every successful person has had to confront doubt. Everybody. Everybody. You're not the only one. So if they can overcome it, so can we. So it's the same thing with everything in life. But you know what? When I was boxing, I didn't feel like going to the gym every day sparring with men. I got beat up in the gym, not in fights, preparing for the fights. That's what made the fights easy for me. I was in there with the men and running up mountains at 5 o'clock in the morning. People don't see all this work. The training in the morning when I'm tired and it's cold and I'm sore. I'm so sore. Then after that, go to the boxing gym. Then lifting weights. But my passion for boxing is what gave me the energy. Practice the big steps and the little steps. So in the gym, I'd work on, training and my agility and all that. But in life, I consciously practice every day to embody the best of who I am and all those things that I talked about. Walk in the walk. And where I need help, I seek out individuals. I don't know everything. Sometimes I need help. I make a phone call. What do you think about this? And then I practice what they tell me to do. And as situations come up in daily life, what they always do, this person called and said this person needs that, I have to make decisions. And I practice every time to try to do the right thing for the right reasons.
What has inspired you along the way, maybe through some of your harder times, to achieve some of your dreams?
Well, you know what? It started just by watching my dad and how much he cares about making a difference in the world. And, times get hard sometimes. You don't feel like doing some of the work that you have to do. Yeah. But I always go back to those roots of, even though you don't feel like it, you just do what needs to be done. You know what I mean? So everything comes together at one point or the other. So, no one ever said life was going to be easy.
Helen Keller said it best, and I like this statement. I long to accomplish a great and noble task, but it is my chief duty to accomplish small tasks as if they were great and noble. So every little thing, like my dad used to say, this is what I used to hear him say growing up. If I was a trash man, I'd be the best trash man. If I was a mailman, I'd be the best mailman. Having pride in what you do, everything that you do. So I want to summarize in saying, these are the things that are on my action list that you need to do to become a champion in life. And that's do what makes you feel happy. That's what it starts with. Don't worry about what others think. Self-reliance is a pathway to success. Have integrity for what you do, and you know to be right. Do the work required to make your dreams come true. Choose to empower yourself, not disempower yourself. Ladies, too. Please empower yourself. Create a plan. Always allow your passion to support and sustain your practice. Accept the risk and commit 100%. Be confident and be yourself, and serve God and the work. So, we got these 10 points to follow. I think they're, pretty straightforward, but you got to check yourself. You got to check in with yourself and make sure you're walking the walk and that you're doing the things that you say you want to do. Definitely, and that's what I like about this whole 28-day thing we got going on, because we have to check in. We got the rest of your life. That's what I was saying to her backstage. You got the rest of your life, God willing. You can take 28 days to invest in yourself. So I hope that you guys are able to take something from what I've said today, gotten to know me a little bit better. And like I said, I appreciate being here and sharing with you all today. Thank you.